What happens when we stop teaching thesis statements first? That's something I've been thinking about for years now in my teaching. You know, like many of us, I was taught to have a very thesis-driven approach to how I teach composition and writing, that part of what I'm doing is preparing students for the larger academic enterprise so that they can go into their majors and write papers in political science and in business and in nursing and all the majors they're going to go into. And what academic writing tends to value is the thesis-driven, evidence-supported work with text or whatever counts as evidence in that discipline. That's what we tend to value as academics. But what happens if we switch it around a little bit? I've been thinking about what kind of culture it creates when things are thesis-driven, how it might narrow students' views, keep them from seeing other perspectives, other approaches to a topic. And so I'm trying to de-center the thesis in my writing classrooms. And I do that a couple of different ways. First, I use different terminology. The one that I love most is I want students not to have a thesis, but to have a project, because a project is something you want to accomplish, and it focuses on the outcome and it focuses on the accomplishment, but it doesn't focus on winning. It doesn't focus on proving. It doesn't focus on any of the terminology we tend to group around thesis. Instead, project asks students to really care about something because they want to accomplish it. And then it asks them to develop the skills with writing that helps them to accomplish it. Things like organizing your thinking, articulating your project in a clear statement so that students, other readers will know what you're trying to accomplish, supporting the points you want to make with various kinds of evidence. So I get all of the outcomes I get as when I center a thesis, but instead I talk about a project.